The wrestling world is about to be rocked by what's really happening with WWE's power couple, and it's not what you think. While everyone's focused on the surface-level storylines, there's a massive behind-the-scenes situation developing with Bianca Belair and Montez Ford that could completely reshape both of their careers, and WWE management is desperately trying to keep it quiet. You think you know what's going on with these two? Think again. What we're seeing on television is just the tip of the iceberg, and the real story involves contract negotiations, injury concerns, creative frustrations, and decisions that could change the entire landscape of WWE's main roster. This isn't just about wrestling matches anymore, this is about careers, legacies, and a power couple that's refusing to accept WWE's vision for their future. The wrestling community is buzzing with rumors and speculation, but the truth is far more complex and controversial than anyone realizes. Sources close to both wrestlers are revealing information that paints a completely different picture of what's happening behind closed doors, and when you hear these details, you'll understand why both Bianca and Montez have been making subtle but significant changes to how they approach their WWE careers. Let's start with the bombshell that's sending shockwaves through the women's division. Bianca Belair is closing in on a return to the ring and could be medically cleared as early as this month following her injury at WrestleMania 41. But here's what WWE officials don't want getting out: this return isn't going to be the triumphant comeback everyone expects. Bianca Belair hasn't wrestled since breaking her finger at WrestleMania 41 during her triple threat match with Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, but the injury is just part of a much larger story that's been unfolding behind the scenes. Sources reveal that during her time away from in-ring competition, Belair has been having intense discussions with WWE management about her creative direction, and those conversations have not been going well. The most explosive revelation? Montez Ford thinks fans will support Bianca Belair's heel turn, and this isn't just casual speculation. This represents a fundamental disagreement between the couple and WWE's creative team about how Bianca should be positioned upon her return. Ford's public comments about a potential heel turn for his wife reveal tensions that go far deeper than typical creative discussions. Here's where it gets really interesting. While Bianca has been recovering from her finger injury, she's been using this time to completely re-evaluate her relationship with WWE and her long-term career goals. Multiple sources confirm that she's been meeting with agents, lawyers, and business managers about opportunities outside of WWE, including potential ventures in entertainment, fitness, and media that could provide her with more creative control and financial security. But the situation with Montez Ford is even more complicated and potentially explosive for WWE's tag team division. Montez Ford sometimes feels guilty when he thinks about becoming a singles wrestler, according to his wife Bianca, and this internal conflict is creating massive tension not just within the Street Profits, but throughout WWE's entire tag team structure. The guilt Ford feels isn't just about potentially leaving his tag team partner Angelo Dawkins behind, it's about the pressure he's receiving from WWE management, his wife's career situation, and his own desire to maximize his potential as a singles competitor. Sources close to the situation reveal that Ford has been having regular meetings with WWE executives about a potential singles push, but these discussions have been complicated by Bianca's injury situation and their joint reality show commitments. Speaking of their reality show, Love and WWE, Bianca and Montez aired on Hulu with filming commencing at the 2023 Royal Rumble, with 8 episodes released on February 2, 2024, but what viewers saw was carefully edited to present a picture-perfect relationship and career trajectory. Behind the scenes, sources reveal that the couple was dealing with significant stress about their individual career paths, contract negotiations, and the pressure of maintaining their public image while navigating complex professional challenges. The reality show's success has actually created new problems for both wrestlers. While the exposure has been great for their brand, it's also locked them into certain public personas and relationship dynamics that may not align with their actual career goals. Ford, in particular, has been struggling with being seen primarily as Bianca's husband rather than as an individual talent worthy of a major singles push. Here's the part that WWE absolutely doesn't want fans to know: both Bianca and Montez have been exploring opportunities outside of WWE during her injury layoff. While this isn't necessarily unusual for wrestlers to diversify their income streams, the extent and nature of these explorations have raised eyebrows within WWE management. Sources suggest that both wrestlers have been taking meetings with entertainment agencies, production companies, and other wrestling promotions, not necessarily to leave WWE immediately, but to understand their market value and leverage in future negotiations. The timing of these explorations is particularly significant because both wrestlers are approaching crucial contract negotiation periods. Bianca's current deal has specific performance and appearance clauses that her injury may have affected, while Montez's individual contract situation is complicated by his tag team commitments and the success of their joint ventures outside of wrestling. But here's where the story gets even more explosive. Bianca immediately sent a message to Montez Ford after the Street Profits' insane ladder match on SmackDown, writing, "There will never be another Montez. Okay, bye." While this appeared to be supportive wife content on social media, sources close to the couple reveal that this message was actually loaded with subtext about ongoing discussions regarding Montez's future as a singles competitor. The "okay" By portion of that message has been interpreted by industry insiders as Bianca's way of signaling that she's fully supportive of whatever decision Montez makes about his career, even if it means major changes to their current dynamic as WWE's premier married couple. This level of public support for potentially career-altering decisions suggests that both wrestlers are approaching a crossroads that could reshape their entire WWE trajectories. WWE management's response to these developments has been telling and somewhat desperate. Sources report that executives have been working overtime to develop storylines and opportunities that would keep both wrestlers happy and committed to the company long-term. The fear within WWE is that losing either Bianca or Montez, or worse, both of them, would represent a massive blow to their diversity initiatives, their women's division, and their tag team structure. The pressure on WWE has intensified because both wrestlers represent significant investments in time, money, and promotional efforts. Bianca's historic championship reigns and main event status make her one of the most valuable female wrestlers in the company, while Montez's athletic ability and charisma have long been viewed as main event potential waiting to be fully realized. Here's what's really driving the tension: both wrestlers feel that WWE has been too conservative in how they've been utilized and promoted. Bianca wants more creative input in her storylines and character development, while Montez wants assurance that his singles career will be given the same level of investment and promotion that other wrestlers with similar potential have received. The injury situation has actually given both wrestlers unexpected leverage in these discussions. Bianca's absence has reminded WWE management just how important she is to their women's division programming, while Montez's continued strong performances with the Street Profits have reinforced his value as both a tag team wrestler and potential single star. But the most shocking development that's about to send ripples through the entire wrestling industry involves their joint business ventures and media opportunities. Sources reveal that both wrestlers have been developing projects and partnerships that could potentially provide them with income streams and creative outlets that rival or exceed their WWE earnings. This financial independence gives them unprecedented negotiating power in their dealings with WWE management. The reality is that both Bianca and Montez represent a new generation of WWE wrestlers who understand their value not just as in-ring performers, but as brands, entertainers, and media personalities. They're no longer content to simply accept whatever creative directions WWE offers. They want partnership in developing their characters, storylines, and career trajectories. This shift in wrestler expectations and leverage is creating challenges throughout WWE, but it's particularly pronounced with power couples like Bianca and Montez who have built successful brands both within and outside of wrestling. Their joint success gives them options that individual wrestlers might not have, and WWE is struggling to adapt to this new reality. The injury recovery period has also revealed important information about both wrestlers' long-term health and career planning. Sources suggest that Bianca has been using this time to address not just her finger injury, but other wear and tear issues that had been accumulating from her intensive schedule and physical wrestling style. This comprehensive approach to health and recovery suggests that both wrestlers are thinking strategically about career longevity rather than just immediate return dates. Montez's situation during Bianca's absence has been equally revealing. His performances with the Street Profits have been exceptional, but sources report that he's been frustrated by the lack of singles opportunities and the feeling that his individual potential is being underutilized. The success of their reality show has actually intensified this frustration because it's shown him how much fan interest there is in his personality and story outside of just tag team wrestling. The creative team at WWE has been scrambling to develop storylines that address these concerns while maintaining the stability of existing programs. The challenge is creating opportunities for both wrestlers that feel like genuine career advancement rather than just temporary placeholders until contract negotiations are resolved. International wrestling promotions have been paying close attention to this situation because both wrestlers represent the type of talent that could immediately elevate any wrestling organization. While neither has made any public statements about considering alternatives to WWE, the mere possibility has been enough to influence how other companies approach their own talent acquisition and retention strategies. The merchandise and marketing implications of this situation are staggering. Both wrestlers have extremely successful merchandise lines and social media followings that generate significant revenue for WWE. Losing either of them would represent not just a creative loss, but a substantial financial impact that extends far beyond their individual match performances. The women's division planning has been particularly affected by Bianca's situation. WWE had developed several major storylines around her expected return, but the uncertainty about her contract situation and creative satisfaction has forced writers and producers to develop alternative plans. This behind-the-scenes scrambling has affected multiple other female wrestlers who were positioned in storylines dependent on Bianca's participation. Similarly, the tag team division has been in flux while WWE management tries to balance Montez's singles aspirations with the Street Profits' continued success. Angelo Dawkins has reportedly been kept informed about these discussions, but the uncertainty about his tag team partner's future has created challenges for long-term booking and storyline development. The social media strategy for both wrestlers has become increasingly sophisticated during this period. Rather than just promotional content for WWE programming, both Bianca and Montez have been building their personal brands in ways that could easily transition to non-WWE projects if necessary. This strategic approach to social media presence indicates long-term thinking about career opportunities beyond their current WWE contracts. Training and preparation during Bianca's recovery period has also been strategically planned. Rather than just focusing on returning to her previous physical condition, sources report that she's been working on expanding her in-ring skills and developing new aspects of her character that could provide more creative opportunities. This investment in skill development suggests confidence in securing creative control in future storylines. The business education both wrestlers have been pursuing during this period is perhaps the most significant development that wrestling fans don't fully appreciate. Both have been working with financial advisors, business managers, and entertainment attorneys to understand the full scope of their market value and negotiating leverage. This level of professional business development is still relatively rare among wrestlers but becoming increasingly common among top-tier talent. Medical and health management has become a much more sophisticated operation for both wrestlers. Rather than just addressing immediate injury concerns, they've developed comprehensive health and wellness programs that address everything from nutrition and fitness to mental health and stress management. This holistic approach to career management reflects a mature understanding of what's required for long-term success in wrestling and entertainment. The influence of their relationship on their individual career decisions has been fascinating to observe. Rather than one spouse's career taking priority over the others, they've developed a partnership approach that seeks to maximize opportunities for both wrestlers simultaneously. This collaborative approach to career management is relatively unusual in wrestling but could become a model for other wrestling couples. The international market considerations have also played a role in their career planning. Both wrestlers have significant international appeal that could translate to opportunities in global markets that extend beyond WWE's current international programming. This global perspective on career opportunities provides them with leverage that might not be available to wrestlers with more limited international appeal. Technology and digital media opportunities have become increasingly important to both wrestlers' career planning. Their success with social media, streaming content, and digital marketing has opened doors to opportunities in tech companies, digital media startups, and online entertainment platforms that could provide both income and creative fulfillment. The educational initiatives both wrestlers have been involved in during this period also suggest long-term thinking about post-wrestling careers. Bianca's involvement in fitness and wellness education, combined with Montez's interest in media and entertainment production, indicates that both wrestlers are preparing for career transitions that could happen at any point in the future. What makes this entire situation so compelling is that it represents a fundamental shift in how top-tier WWE talent approaches their careers. Rather than simply accepting whatever opportunities WWE provides, wrestlers like Bianca and Montez are demanding partnership in their career development and creative expression. This shift in expectations is changing the entire dynamic between WWE management and their biggest stars. The coming months will reveal whether WWE can adapt to these new expectations and retain their top talent, or whether wrestlers like Bianca and Montez will seek opportunities elsewhere that provide the creative control and career satisfaction they're demanding. Either way, the wrestling industry is watching closely because the outcome of these negotiations will influence how future contract discussions proceed throughout the industry. This isn't just about two wrestlers and their individual career concerns, this is about the evolution of the wrestling business and how companies like WWE will need to adapt to retain top talent in an increasingly competitive entertainment marketplace. Bianca Belair and Montez Ford are leading this evolution, and their decisions will shape the future of professional wrestling for years to come.